And our Tess Alexander is there now with the very latest. Tess, what do you got?
Hi there. Thank you so much. Right now, I'm actually behind the scene currently here in Westwood, California. Flames engulfed students this morning as they fled the scene. Investigators are still trying to figure out what exactly caused the fire. Apparently, fire alarms did not go off. Jerry Lantz, administrator here at UCLA, has said this is once again the worst fire here in history. It is presently going on at the current state, and as you can see just behind me, what a tragic scene. Students are devastated by this occurrence and question whether they will be receiving credits or not. The story still unfolds, and we will see you and catch up next time. Thank you so much. Back to you, Tracy.
All right, Tess, so let me ask you this. Were any firefighters injured battling this fire?
No, not so far. They're just concerned about getting the students back to safety and hospitalized at the moment.
All right, Tess, stay tuned. We'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Thanks for that report.
My pleasure. See you soon.
Good morning, Tracy. I'm here at Los Angeles at the UCLA campus here in Westwood, reporting live because of this massive fire right behind me, which is crazy. As you're looking right behind me, we have a few people injured, rushed into the hospital at UCLA, which is really good. It's close by. We are taking a few students in there to help them recover. At least 3 students are hurt, but none of them are killed yet, which is good. Thank God. We are here keeping these students anonymous as of right now. The president of the university and the dean of the arts and science were in the building and were suffering pretty badly. In good news, luckily a student has been a hero and saved them. Lantz is unsure of the extent of the damage, but it is certain only the main administration officers were affected. But the classrooms areas were not damaged. It is the responsibility of the city to inspect the buildings because they have not been inspected yet since the last year. So it's been quite a while. Luckily, Pat Logan, director of the capital improvements for the city, said that the city is aware of the inspection problem and will take precaution for the students and the damaged building and the efforts to give the city services to the university. For Pierce College News, I'm Adla Perez.
All right, Adla, thank you very much. We're going to come back to you again in about 15 minutes for another update. So stay tuned, but we appreciate that information. Very good, Tracy. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much, Tracy.
You got it. Our reporter, Carlos Velasquez Mendez, joins us now live with the latest. Carlos, what can you tell us?
Thank you very much for the introduction, Tracy. And as you can see right behind me, we got the UCLA administration building in Westwood. As you heard earlier, there was a fire that broke out. Firefighters are still trying to figure out what's going on. Its cause is unknown, and they're still trying to verify how it ended up happening. As you heard earlier, there was a couple of casualties. No fatalities though. However, one student is in critical conditions. Earlier confirmed Jerry Lantz, the building manager, he ended up saying that there was a lack of inspection of the building. It's been over a year. However, this just mainly leads senior students to wonder what's going on with their studies, what's going to go on with their finals, and some students have actually gone to the extent of packing up their belongings and leaving campus. But we'll see as this story unfolds. This has been Pierce College News, and back to you in the studio.
All right, Carlos, thank you very much. And hold tight. You're going to hold tight because you're still on camera. And the anchors will say thanks so much. David Reed, what can you tell us?
Well, Tracy, reporting live from UCLA campus. Huge fire broke out. People were injured outside the UCLA administrative building in Westwood. Firefighters are still on the scene. Fire is still ablaze. Investigators are trying to determine what the cause of the fire was. 3 students are in the hospital. 1 student in critical condition looks to be the senior president of his class. Students are packing their bags and leaving the campus. Seniors are concerned about losing credits, suspended exams during the final week. City would like to hire additional people for inspection team. Funds are limited. From Pierce News, I'm David Reed.
Hold on. You're still live. You're still on camera. Back to you in the studio.
Back to you in the studio.
All right, David. Thank you very much. Hold on. No, you're still on camera.
Okay.
You're still on camera, and people at home are still watching you. And joining us live now from the scene is our reporter, David Marcus. David, what have you got?
Thank you, Tracy. I'm here at the UCLA campus right outside the administration building here in Westwood. The fire started out early this morning. The fire is currently put out, and we have firefighters on the scene making sure that the fire is entirely eradicated and does not restart. Fortunately, a few students are in the hospital. One is in critical condition, we can confirm. Unfortunately, the fire alarms did not go off. We are still looking into the causes of that. Law enforcement is here on the scene looking into the cause or causes of this fire. We'll get more info to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
All right, David, and have they given any word on whether or not they're going to be completing final exams? Are students going to wait around for it? What's happening?
Yeah, there's a large question surrounding the status of the final exams. Currently, we are contacting the academic records people, and they are getting back to us with more information.
All right, David, well, stay tuned. We'll come back to you in just a few minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Our reporter, Gerardo Escobar, is live on the scene with the very latest. What do you got, Gerardo?
Well, Tracy, I'm here at the scene at the UCLA Administrative Building in Westwood. Firefighters are still on the scene just to make sure that all the flames are put out, and investigators are on the scene as well, currently trying to figure out the cause of the fire. There are 3 students in the hospital, one in critical condition. The dean and the president of the university have also suffered from smoke inhalation. The fire has suspended exams, and many seniors are concerned whether this will affect their graduation. The fire happened this morning, and also the building manager urges people to call the UCLA fire station with any information about the fire. The building manager also said that this is the biggest fire in the university's history. Currently, that is all I have for now. Back to you in the studio, Tracy.
All right, Gerardo, have the fire department, have they left yet, or are they still on scene?
No, they're still presently on the scene trying to make sure that all the flames are put out.
All right, very good. Gerardo, we'll come back to you in a little bit. Thank you very much for that live report. Thank you, Tracy.
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
Jamie Klein is on the scene. Jamie, what can you tell us?
Thank you, Tracy. I am here outside the UCLA Administrative Building in Westwood, and firefighters are currently behind me at the scene making sure the fire is completely out. The cause of the fire is currently unknown, and the fire alarms did not actually go off. So far, there have been multiple injuries. There are 3 students in the hospital. One was rumored to be the senior class president. The building manager, Jerry Lands, says this fire is the worst in the history of the school so far, and urges staff and students to contact the fire department with any information they have on the fire. Pat Logan, the director of capital improvements in the city, realizes that there's an inspection problem, and the city is doing its best to hire additional people for the inspection team. That is all the information we currently have, and we hope for a swift recovery of the students that are injured in the hospital. For Pierce College News, I'm Jamie Klein.
And Jamie, let me ask you, were any of the faculty or staff infected by this fire?
The faculty and staff will be, let's see.
If you don't know, say we're still sorting the information
Okay.
out, and we'll get back to you on that.
We don't have any additional information about the staff or faculty, and we will keep you updated as we learn more.
All right, very good, Jamie. Thanks so much. We'll come back to you later this
Thank
afternoon.
you, Tracy.
Our reporter Robert Seeley joins us now live. Robert, what can you tell us?
Thank you, Tracy. I'm standing across the street from what's left of the administration building at the UCLA in Brentwood. Fire broke out this morning and has ravaged most of the building. Firefighters are working hard to put out the last embers and anticipated in about an hour they'll have it completely broken down. You can always tell when the black smoke is converted to white smoke. Judging by the damage, a number of buildings have survived quite well. The adjacent classrooms are still intact. Crowds are forming. Students and neighbors are dropping by to gawk at the damage and hopefully not too much tragedy. Jerry Lance has even said that the building fire is the worst in UCLA's history. 3 students have been taken to the hospital. 1 is in critical condition. The president of the university and the dean have smoke inhalation and they are recovering. Inspection records will be investigated and also why the fire alarm never went off. Rumors are flying about, as is normal. However, stay tuned. We will investigate all of these and find out what is the facts and bring them to you as soon as possible. This is for Pierce College News. I'm Robert Seeley. Back to you, Tracy.
All right, Robert, very good. Thank you much. We'll come back to you in just a minute. Robert, stay live right there. You're really on camera. Robert, do you know that any of the students that are injured or anybody seriously injured?
3 are in the hospital and 1 of them is critical.
And were they inside the administration building at the time of the fire or just happened to be nearby?
They were inside and they were escorted out by the campus police, who were the first to see this.
All right, Robert. Thanks so much. We'll be back, come back to you again in a few minutes for another update.
Excellent. See you then.
Our reporter, Ruby Franco, is live at the scene with the very latest. Ruby, what can you tell us?
Well, Tracy, right now I am on the scene of the fire outside of the UCLA administration building in Westwood. As you can see, the flames are crazy right behind me. The fire occurred this morning and it is now noon. Firefighters are still trying to put it out. The fire in UCLA administration building has suspended finals for the rest of the week. No one is sure when exams will return or if they will return. Many people have been injured and at least 3 are in the hospital. 1 is in critical condition. The names of these students have not been released, but firefighters are still on the scene making sure the fire is completely out. For Pierce College News, I am Ruby Franco. Back to you, Tracy.
All right, Ruby, thanks so much. Did any other buildings in the area catch fire, or was it just the administration building?
It's actually the whole building. As you can see, the flames are really crazy right behind me, but the firefighters are still trying to get it out.
All right, very good, Ruby. Stay tuned. We'll come back to you for more in just a few minutes. Thanks,
Thank you,
Trace.
thank you, Tracy.
Okay.